NuKKle HeDD Sports. It's in the game.
I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat, you'll be a fan when I start rapping away. I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious, release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me, that head missing. I'm a phenomenon, stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn, and I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted, can't copy, printed, can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat, I might get convicted. They know how I move, it was predicted. Persistent, spoke it into existence, so consistent, no assistance. Hear me once, become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap when I be speaking. Listen, this ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yo, it's fucking Wednesday night. You know what that means? NuKKle HeDD Sports, we in the building, babe. What's going on, Hutch?
Yeah.
What's popping, bro?
You know, Wednesday night, we're doing it all again.
Yep, you know how that shit is. We got more signings in the NFL. We got the top
More
teams.
trade in the NFL, more
Word.
stupidity in the NFL, a bunch of people getting fired in baseball and in basketball.
Crazy.
Like, what is going on in the world of sports?
Word. We got some
But
of the biggest
Joseph,
teams. Some of the biggest teams in the NBA might not make the playoffs.
oh, you mean
Yeah.
the LA La Bums? Yeah.
And the Golden State bums too. Every team that's from Los Angeles ain't making the playoffs. The Kings, the Warriors, the Lakers, the Tribal Chiefs, the Zimbabweans, all them motherfuckers.
The Crips, the Bloods.
Word.
But
Shit,
not really. I don't know, man. I told, like, before we came on the air, I told you, man. Every time I see the NBA shit, I just feels more and more each day that the whole in season tournament was a fucking sham, and it was scripted for fucking LeBron to win it, just to have something over Jordan. And again, all y'all ever heard me say it, I hate Jordan and I hate LeBron. So don't even say that I'm going flip flop. And now I hate both of them. But how you win an in season tournament and look dominant doing it, because they did look dominant at times, And now you can't even make the playoffs.
I mean, they're having a hard time making the playoffs. But what's going on, Krills? Krills is in the building.
It's good, Joseph.
Krills got some shit to take off his chest this week. He wasn't here last week. Talk about his acquisitions.
Nah, we don't need to talk about that.
Yeah, we do, man.
No, we
Just for
covered that
short.
shit last week. You wasn't here. It's the past.
No, it's not. He's still on my team.
But he's no longer on my team, so it's the past.
He's still there chilling.
Nah,
They
we
made a
actually
little
talking-
documentary about that douche.
We're talking about the NBA now, right now.
What's wrong with the NBA?
Well,
That we're done with the 90s.
No,
Nah, man.
well, first of all, going back to that Saturday chat, your players nowadays will not last in the 90s.
90s
Point
are
blank.
trash compared to this era.
Point blank.
This
Point
era,
blank.
this era will wipe the floor with them. Just
Absolutely
set
not.
alone.
Absolutely not.
I just want to say, with the records that the Lakers and the Warriors have in the 90s, they wouldn't have made the playoffs. Because right now they're going for the play-in tournament.
90s compared to now, it's no comp.
That's right. The 90s will wax that ass.
There's no comp.
I don't know.
Joseph.
Yo, say something.
Everyone
Don't be sitting. Don't be silent in the cut.
Everyone in the league now era could
Trying to get to
shoot.
my car.
Everybody could shoot. Even the bigs could shoot. Ain't no big shooting back then.
Yeah, but they don't play defense. So when they have somebody that actually plays defense on them, they will know what to do.
They play defense. It's just to
No,
make
they
the
don't.
shots.
They don't play no goddamn defense.
What, elbowing?
No, they not even elbow. They play no kind of defense. None.
So you're gonna tell me right now that this era, everyone in this era, is less skillful than the 90s era?
Absolutely.
With a shorter 3-pointer in the 90s era?
3-point has been the same in the 90s. It has not changed.
I don't know.
Sorry, go check your facts. The
gotta get
3-point
the
line has
Google facts.
not been moved or back. Go check those Carfax.
Bro,
I
half
wanna
of the
see. Let me
players
check
in the
it.
90s say they wish they could play now because they would be scoring 10 more.
Nah.
Exactly.
Mario Chalmers
90s
just said,
is trash. It's just we're bigger and faster, bro. And that's the reality that no one wants to accept. Like this,
And more one-dimensional.
To me, one-dimensional. See how we play, bro? It's not one-dimensional.
Yeah, it is one-dimensional.
We space the floor now more. There's no more half-court plays anymore. No one just dribbles the ball up half-court and then run the play. That shit is out. That's that old school ball. They ain't have the skills like that back then, bro. I've seen some tape. Like, let me go back. Let me see if I'm talking out my butt. Let me go watch some 90s tape. And it's like, ew.
You are talking out
like
your butt.
You guys acting like you can research this yourself and watch the clips. Watch not the stat. Watch a game from the 90s. You'll be like, yo, no way. No way. The dribbling is horrible.
Nah, you
plays are horrible.
You watched the John Starks game. That don't count.
The 90s. Maybe the late 90s in terms of skills. And even shooting. Even shooting, bro.
What are you talking about even shooting?
That we're better at shooting. This era is better than shooting. We have the best shooter in this era. That crushed every shooting record in the 90s era. Ray Allen's he keeps declining in the list. I'm not making this up, bro. We're very surpassing the 90s.
Just because you guys are breaking, there's breaking records doesn't mean you guys are actually any better.
We're shattering.
Oh, let me see. In the 90s, teams averaged maybe 15 3-pointers, and now you got 15 3-pointers in the first quarter. Yeah, that's really shattering. Man, blow that shit out your ass.
Shattering with skills. They can't do that in the 90s.
My
Even
man, you guys
while
don't have
even wide open,
you
they
guys
can't do
don't have
that.
skills. You guys do not have skills. All right.
Everyone could
That
jump
that
out
is
the
that is
gym.
why when you look at all your majority of first round draft choices in the NBA in the last 10 years, they're all bust. The majority of them.
I think I
Bust.
think Stephen Curry could take AI.
Yo, you
Definitely
know,
in shooting.
Are you crazy? AI will cross the shit out of Curry.
yeah,
Mm,
the crazy
maybe,
Luke.
yeah.
You ever heard of Luke Cantor?
My man from the Oakland. I
Who got
mean
cancer?
Thunder,
Memphis.
He said,
Memphis.
"Who got cancer?"
Apparently, he
He
has
said,
the
"Luke
highest
Cancer."
3-point percentage.
Right now. Isn't he a center? Or a big?
Show said, "Who got cancer?"
Uh, let me see. I gotta. He's a shooting guard.
Hmm.
Fuck it. If we bringing random players out, Michael Candy, you know that's my guy. Fuck that.
All I'm saying, we're done with the 90s. Watch it when we get off. Watch a game. Watch a game. I dare you to watch a game.
I watch all the games in the '90s,
That
and I'm
shit
still
is
and I'm
it is
still
so
telling you, you
boring to
got
watch
you
compared to what we see now. That's a
because
fact.
people actually play defense
No,
nowadays. You can't even look at
people
somebody
were
before a ref
missing a
calls you a
lot of
foul.
people were missing a lot of shots and layups back in those days.
Oh yeah, like they don't miss layups now. Man, I see people in games missing dunks. So don't come with that bullshit.
They missed dunks too in the 90s.
Don't come with that bullshit.
We are bigger, we are taller, we are faster, we are smarter. The basketball
Oh,
IQ changed,
they're
bro.
definitely not
You
smarter.
think basketball is gonna stay the same from the 90s to the day
Definitely,
it dies? It's gonna
definitely not
evolutionize,
smarter.
bro. It's
Definitely not smarter.
evolutionary. It's gonna
Bro,
change.
you guys have
We are
no
getting
defense
better.
nowadays.
We could jump out the gym. There's people that crack heads on rims, bro.
Are you kidding me? Please.
No, I'm not kidding you. I get it though. I know the pain when you try to let go of something that's
It is
near and
not
dear to
no
you.
pain.
I
Is that
get it. It's
you're
your
trying to
era.
make an
So
argument for an
it's
era
our
that plays
era. So it's
no
mad
defense. There's
personal
a
to us.
plays no defense.
And
You
I
can't
get it.
even you fucking blow on somebody. Oh, foul. They don't play no defense nowadays. If you take players like Jordan, Magic, Larry, and put them in this era, your players nowadays wouldn't be able to stop them.
I'll put
Barbecue chicken.
one on all of them and shut them down. Crazy?
You
Barbecue chicken.
And he'll punch him in the mouth. Style kick him in the nuts.
please,
No,
He'll kick
please.
nobody can
niggas in
guard
the
Shaq.
nuts now. You crazy?
You know who will take out Green? Rodman. There you go. Green is done.
This era injures people on purpose, blatantly on TV. We've seen it. So just send me a clip of of Gasol. Was it no Kevin Love getting his arm pulled from the Boston player? Remember? He
Yeah,
literally grabbed him on the arm bar on
Fuck
yeah,
that
camera and
shoulder.
snapped
that
it.
was in the playoffs.
Oh, we
Shoulder
saw.
dislocated, bro.
That was
Come on,
when
bro.
LeBron only had the backup point guard to play
Anthony
against the
Edwards
Warriors.
just gave a dude a concussion while dunking on him. They got yammed it on him, gave him a concussion.
I mean,
I
they
think he
did
just
that
wanted
shit
out the
in the
game.
'90s too. They did that in the
Move,
'90s
nigga,
too.
move.
The Pistons was body slamming Larry Bird.
And
Nigga,
Michael Jordan. And Magic
Isaiah
Johnson.
Thomas had 19 stitches in a game. Came back out.
90s era basketball highlights.
Bro,
So you're trying to say this era can't compete in the 80s either?
they could compete. They probably could ball, but they're not going to win.
I tell you one thing, they'll be a lot better.
Word. So the
I don't
old
think
school will make the new school better?
they would have to learn. They would have to earn a lot more of their points.
I agree.
Because
That got to be better.
I think if Stephen Curry takes 1 3 from half court, back in the day they'd be like, nah, you're not taking that 3 again. Because it would have been an insult. Like, you gonna shoot from half court on me? Now they're like, fuck it, let him shoot. You going,
Word. Jordan and Pippen would have been fighting to see who would guard him. I got him. Move.
But we can't just let these young bucks assume that Jordan was the only one in that era that played the game. There was a lot of fucking people in that era that were good.
Bro, Gary the Glove Payton.
That
Yo,
we thought were good, bro.
Yo,
That we
Mutombo
thought that
still
were
has
good.
some of the best footwork.
Who dunks better than Sean Kemp?
Now, Akeem Olajuwon.
Everybody dunks better.
Yo, there was
Everybody.
there were guys in there that wouldn't be touching any era.
You had your gems in there, maybe.
Like I know Ho Chang gonna say, but like LeBron would survive in that era.
He would.
A lot of people will.
I tell you one thing, he'd have grown up quicker than he did
He would have never invented that fucking flop because somebody would have bitch slapped him.
And LeBron played in that era. LeBron got drafted 2003, bro. LeBron just got on the court last year. Coach. He came in with McGrady still in there, AI. Everybody was still in there. He made them look stupid. Don't listen to me. You can watch.
I can watch too. He didn't make nobody look stupid but himself. He didn't make nobody look. He didn't make nobody look stupid
when he came in.
He didn't make nobody look stupid. Stop it.
What? They called him the fucking king.
Yeah, he was
years old.
He was one of the few that lived up to the hype.
Yeah,
he was the only one.
Well, that surpassed what because like.
Wait! Whoa! Backtrack that. If he's the only one that lived up to the hype, then how is this generation better than the '90s? If he's the only one that lives up to the hype,
got him.
Yeah, you contradicted your own self, Grills.
How?
You just say your little words were he was the only one that lived up to the hype.
To that hype, who else had that hype?
So you're talking about everybody else. Everybody else after him, they didn't live up to their hype.
After LeBron,
well,
no. Who?
But Andrew Wiggins had some kind of hype on him.
Yeah,
and that nothing happened with him.
Next, Zion was supposed to be next. Anthony Davis was supposed to be next.
Ricky Rubio was supposed to be the next Pete Maravich, and nothing happened with him.
I remember that. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
No one. I think LeBron's the latest, maybe Wemby, but Wemby's off to a good start, I guess.
Yeah, he got more career blocks than most people have
already. Yeah, saying, bro. This dude is gonna be crazy.
I mean, when you're 8 feet tall with fucking 16-inch,
he's only gonna get better. Learn the defenses, learn coverages. Come on now.
If Yao Ming was more athletic,
it was not a lot. Kobe was one of them that came out with hype, and he fulfilled it. Garnett fulfilled it. Ray Allen, he fulfilled it in terms of like his 3-point shooting and stuff.
Vince Carter came close. He didn't get the chip though.
Grant Hill, no.
Yeah, he got injured.
Oh,
McGrady didn't.
McGrady got hurt too. He was another lost cause, bro.
Penny got hurt.
Penny got hurt early, which killed him.
Shaq lived up to his hype.
Shaq lived up to his hype. Yeah.
Duncan lived up to the hype.
This shit.
He had hype, Duncan?
Yeah.
Well, to take Robinson's place, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I don't remember like Tim Duncan, the next, beast.
Yeah. So real quick, Joseph goes now. If LeBron would LeBron have 4 rings in the '90s era? I think LeBron would have had more rings in the *90s because the team would have actually built someone around him, other than him having to go somewhere else. 'Cause they built teams for the players to win.
And most of the players were complete players. They can play defense, and they can score. You still have your 3-point specialists and your defensive specialists. But most players had complete teams.
But Cruz, do you think he would have been able to fit better as a leader in the '90s because he has those specialists?
Well, with the culture from the '90s, I mean,
because he got that. Because he always makes the right pass, right? So if he got a center that just gets rebounds and dishes the ball out and he controls the offense, he knows who he can give it to that's going to drain them shots.
Right.
And he can control the ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like if Jordan made more passes with scores around him, that would probably be it right there.
Yeah.
We're almost looking at the Showtime Lakers again with LeBron because LeBron, to me, is more magic than anything, being that tall and offense. Yeah.
right? And if he needs a bucket, he'll get a bucket. But all I'm saying that this era will wash the 90s. Confident.
Yeah, I,
Confident. Any rules
I'd
you
put,
want, any court you want,
I'll
anywhere.
put, I would put
I'll put
money on it.
my top
Money on it.
11 this era to any
Money.
top of your 11 in your 90s.
Money.
What are the rules?
Wash.
Where are the rules?
90s rule. Let's keep
90s
it.
rules?
Let's keep it at 90s rules.
My man, Dream Team 92 is gonna wax your ass.
One game or the series?
No, serious. The best of 7.
All right.
Best of 7. Get your all stars. You can pick the dream team. That's fine. Totally fine.
The only thing that sucks is that you have in this era in a series. It'd be close, but like with Kyrie being one of the greatest ball handlers we've ever seen, LeBron facilitating.
One of many. I was gonna put Kevin Nash back in that era just to facilitate, but I'll put Kyrie there. I think Kyrie's just as tough.
Fucking Steph Curry with those deep threes. Like it would be a game of one-on-ones.
The 90s wouldn't know how to defend that nowadays. Like if they were to just implement the 90s now to play ball with them, it's the offense is totally different. It's crazier. The bigs play on top now. Some plays like they wouldn't know. Any big from the 90s guarding the 3-point will get cooked. Will get cooked. Cooked, blown by. Pause. Nah, no way. I'm sorry. It's just that's how I see it. No
with
way.
the hand checking.
Add the hand check in there. Add the hand check in there. Shouldn't play much of a big factor like that. Because the hand check now got you on lock. Nah, not if you got dribble skills. It's easy to bop me. Want to play that close with your hand? I'm gonna leave you behind. Just saying. This era could do that because of the skillfulness. That's all.
I mean, you got Hakeem. I think he could play the outside. He had amazing foot. He was athletic.
Hakeem, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not totally trashing the night. Of course, they'll have their, but it's not flooded. Like you could pick. I won't put Gary Payton there in the greats in the 90s. I won't.
But he is
to the 90s standard.
Yeah, he is.
You don't think Gary Payton could shut down in his prime? Can shut down any one of these players nowadays?
Any player nowadays could shut down who?
Gary Payton in his prime. You don't think he could play good defense with 90s rules on any one of these
He'll
players?
play good defense. Not like dominating, but I think he'll play good D. I'm not gonna totally shit him on, man.
Who would you put in his place then? If he was gonna pick 90s versus this era,
right?
Who would you pick besides Gary Payton?
I don't even know. Go ahead, Hodge. Who would you pick? Let's hear that long list of players you'll put over Payton.
I didn't say I put over Payton. I said I put Payton on that team.
Who would you substitute Payton for?
I'll take John Stockton out. Got Payton, Isaiah Thomas. My man, I got Iverson. I'll give you.
I don't know Iverson on defense. I don't think
my man. Nobody on the fucking new Millennium team is going to keep up with Reggie Miller. And it's not nobody on your team is going to keep up with Reggie Miller and all them screens. Then you got Jordan out there.
That's what Curry does. They can't keep up with Curry. They'll get out of shape. They're out of shape, bro.
My man, did you see Reggie Miller? That's all he did was run screens. And here's the one thing that Curry doesn't do. Reggie Miller actually played defense.
That's a good one. My man said Payne versus Ginobili. I'll put Tony Parker on all their asses. Tony will cook all of them, bro. Tony Parker.
Yeah, but is he on? Well, yeah, he would be on this generation with LeBron.
Yeah. That was early 2000s. 90 players were still in there. That shit was flooded. There was no difference. Games started changing after like 2015. Started getting weird.
So, but here's
everybody just wanted to shoot threes, and And that's the problem. You're gonna run into your whole thing that they'll get cooked. What happens when those shots don't start going in?
They'll end up
They
just
don't they
dunking on them.
they, they don't know how to they don't know how to post they don't know how to post somebody up.
I got a question for you. Legitimate question. Do you think that they will be able to dictate the pace of the game? Because
I don't think so. It'll be hard.
the old school game had a lot more mind tricks and a lot more trash talking
They
than they
could
did
just
now.
pick them up at full court, but that wouldn't be smart. Just because I believe that the players are faster now, so they'll just outrun you. But I think, yeah, with a good coaching strategy, you could stop that. You could stop a wild offense or contain it.
Because like Hutch said, let's say they start. I know Curry's gonna shoot no matter what. If you put Carmelo Anthony in there, you got two shooters from anywhere. They'll be in the bathroom shooting. but I'm saying, like, would they be able to mentally hang in there with the dictation of the game? Because this is a series. The first two games or the last two games is gonna go to the old school. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's gonna be a tide turn. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah,
of gameplay. You think they'll be able to withstand that? Because we don't get too much of the whole,
the players nowadays get
changing.
too flustered too easily. The trash talking from the '90s teams will fucking eat them kids alive.
That's a nice opinion.
I think
Okay.
I think the individual players now get disappointed too fast.
Who would take who on a one-on-one? Gary Payton or Damian Lillard? We're done with the 90s, bro.
What are you talking about?
A one-on-one, Gary Payton or Damian Lillard, one-on-one, like game of 21 or whatever. Like, who do you think will win? Hypothetically, it's all hypothetics.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
Payton.
Go ahead, go say Payton. I think you're gonna say Payton.
Payton.
I don't think so.
Payton.
I don't think so.
I love Dame a lot, but
Dame got
Payton's
more
gonna
offense.
Dame is
Payton
gonna
wasn't dropping 40 points like that.
Yeah, you can't let them shoot.
well, yeah, but Payton's gonna D him up, and then Payton didn't have to score, didn't have to drop 40 on his teams, but
They
he could do something that Payton can still shoot, not as good as Lillard,
Damian Lillard.
but Payton can post up Lillard.
I'll put mad people with fucking 90s, bro. I just saw a little highlight on TikToks and shit and YouTube. The way they dribble, the way they drive, that shit is disgusting. That shit is gross.
Well, they had to drive him in.
All
like
right.
a
Let's
football
make it more
player.
fair. Let's make it more fair. Gary Payton or Rajon Rondo.
Rondo, who has one of the most inconsistent jump shots, yeah,
No, I'll still put him there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, he's Payton's eating that kid up.
One-on-one, I think Rondo's better suited for a team game than a one-on-one.
I'll still take Rondo. Just because I think Rondo's smarter than Payton.
Okay.
We're done with the 90s, bro. We're done. We have to let go. We have to let go of that shit.
Man,
I appreciate those players.
No man, you can keep saying that. You can keep saying that, but I guarantee you,
all our greats right now. I don't think.
Yo, my man, the '90s would eat these kids alive, point blank.
Even the no names that just skillful and nice, I think they'll fit.
All right, whatever, dude. Your argument is
we're
fucking
baller.
null and void.
Guy's nuts. Just for LeBron, I'll put Durant in there maybe if we need him. Damn.
Don't put Durant in there, please.
Why
That
not?
that boy is so fucking triggered.
Oh, you ever seen him play triggered?
Yeah, I've seen him play triggered. He sucks. He's the softest
Kevin, now you just
basketball
talking
player
out
out
your
there.
mouth.
He's the
Now you
softest
just-
basketball
now you
player
just
out there.
crazy. Mm-mm.
That boy
Now
is soft.
you're thinking with your penis. You're not thinking with your
Now
brain.
that boy is soft like a piece of cake.
Stop eating my
Soft.
sesame cake.
My man, that
that
man
one.
is
It's supposed to
soft.
be moist.
That boy is soft. Please. Fuck, I'll put the whitest white boy on him and I'll put Larry Bird on him and Larry Bird be like, yo, I'm gonna go shoot in the corner, try to stop me. And Larry Bird with jam in his mouth. And Durant would try to do the same thing and fucking miss.
I'm gonna look up Larry
Please.
Bird highlights because niggas is crazy with this guy. This old school ass dumbass tricks and shit wouldn't work in this era.
Okay.
Those little fakes. Yeah.
Okay.
Can't
Keep
look up
dreaming.
his highlights.
Keep dreaming, boy.
And our players look better. Look at those shorts. Get out of here with that shit.
Yeah, I think that's the basis of your whole argument is the shorts.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, the uniforms do look better nowadays. Some of them. They had more graphics back in the day. Like the Bucks, with the actual buck on their jersey and the Jazz with the mountains and shit. They was cool jerseys.
They were. They had the best
Cool jersey.
jerseys.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't know about the shorts, but
I remember when Seattle's first changed jerseys.
yeah,
They
I do
went from that.
appreciate logos back in the 90s. For sure.
Well, speaking of soft, the Boston Celtics are beating the Milwaukee Bucks 104-87 with 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
God damn.
Oi, oi, oi.
Are we gonna just? Is the East just gonna give up to the fucking Boston?
Well,
I think
Milwaukee's
Boston's
in
a good
second.
team.
That's what I'm saying. I don't.
Shit, Milwaukee looks like they're behind by 10 games. Yeah, they're back 10 games. Yo, the Cavaliers are third. Go figure that. And the Knicks are fourth.
Well, I guess the Sixers are out of there without Embiid, right?
No, they're in the sixth place.
Yeah, but normally they would be like in the 1 and 2s.
True, but if there's anything we learned from the Warriors and and LeBron, all you gotta do is make it to the playoffs. You know?
Yo, look at the defense. Yo, don't tell me they play defense. Yo, bro, every video I watch, this shit is crazy. I'm watching Larry Bird, like greatest moments, and I'm watching the defense. Nah, nope. That shit would have gotten muffed right there. Nope. Nope.
Keep dreaming that.
Nope. Look at the post. Yo, son, niggas. Is that like we had a nice little Jimmy, so it worked for him. But that nigga was not skillful at all. That behind the back was disgusting. Yeah, I want to show you the video. Fucking my fault, Joseph. I'm watching it live and I'm disgusted. In terms of skillfulness, like they look like they just started playing basketball. When was basketball invented? 63? No, I'm lying. That's another sport. Sorry.
I got you right now.
Like I have science to back me up, bro. They're gonna get better, and we all know that.
Okay.
They're gonna get better. I'm excited to see the next generations. I think this generation is gonna drop the ball a bit. I could confess to that.
It was invented in 1891.
Oh wow, I was close.
In 1936, it became an Olympic sport. Number of original rules, 13. Jesus. And it was invented in Canada. For those who didn't know.
And there was no 3-point line.
I don't think there was any line.
No, the 3-point line didn't come into effect until like fucking I would say the 1940s.
We can confirm that.
No, maybe even later than that.
1979.
1979. Damn.
Wow. That makes sense why niggas was trash. You couldn't shoot from that deep. They weren't prepping for that.
Because it was get to the high percentage shots.
It was high percentage shots. That's what I'm saying. The style of today wasn't allowed back in the day. It's because it was stupid. What Curry's doing now and the Warriors, it's a dumb way to play, but they were so good shooting, they allowed it. They had to allow it. That was their style of play, and everyone adopted that. We done with the 90s.
Well, to be honest with you, through evolution, there should be better players
This should
today
be.
than back in the day.
That's the only reason why I'm going that route. 'Cause I keep saying it. Coach, they're bigger and they're faster. They probably would be smarter. And no, I don't think so, man.
Yeah,
And
they should
once
have
again, it's
more
my
efficient
opinion. Who
ways.
knows who's right, who's wrong? But
Yeah.
I'm going off that.
They should have more efficient ways of training and game planning and all the other
Yeah,
shit.
bro, that shit is wild.
It's just
90s was rugged.
yeah. Well, that's the thing, because most people don't understand. They perceive the rough play with heart, so they think that there's no heart in the game nowadays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where I like to watch the playoffs because that's where you see their heart.
Right.
It comes out on them, and most of the time you see that you see their heart diminish.
You see good games on both teams, even if it's like the burgers, like say the Magics versus the fucking Pistons. Like you'll still see that dogfight. Like they'll still score like over a buck. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But
this new vape.
this all started with the play-in tournament. The Suns, the Mavericks, the Warriors, and the Lakers are right now in the play-in tournament.
Oh, let's go, baby.
Because the Warriors are 10th place.
The
Lakers
Suns?
are 9th place. The Suns are 8th place, and the Mavericks are 7th. So the Mavericks can potentially make the playoffs no matter what. Because if they win, they play the Nuggets. If they lose, they play the winner of Lakers and Warriors for a second chance of getting into the in the playoffs. But
so wait, the play-in tournament is the 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th seeds?
Yeah.
Why would it be just down to the 9th and 10th seed?
So the way it works is 7 and 8 play to play the second place team. The loser of that plays the winner of the 9th and 10th to play the first place team.
That's not that bad. I mean, the play-in tournament, it was all giggles and shit, but the Miami Heat came from the play-in tournament to the finals.
They're still in the play-in tournaments now.
So that was pretty cool. What, like, at least it was justified, like the value of this play-in tournament. Like, it could really turn out to something. That's like their wild card in football.
Yeah.
And Heat went from the play-in to the finals, which was like, oh my God, that was the big story. I think it's pretty cool.
They're in the Heat, the Pacers, the Bulls, and the Hawks are in the play-ins for the East.
It was funny at first, though, when they first mentioned it. I was like, what the fuck? People don't like change.
So let me ask you a question. You think that now that they changed the rules on resting players, that the play-in tournament helps teams take some games off and just like pat the nose, like all we need to do is make the play-ins and we can make the tournament?
If that's their mindset, which suck, but
to me, that's too much. That's too much like a fighter leaving it up to the referees. Why would you?
Yeah, just play. But
I mean, because Hawch brings up the argument all the time. The Lakers won the in-game tournament. They destroyed the teams in the in-game tournament, and as soon as they won it, they fell off, and now they're scratching the play-in tournament.
They played a better team. Hold on, fellas. I gotta get my hoodie.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying they're doing this, but I'm like, you think it's a strategy? It's like, let's just make it to the fucking play-in. We can rest our guys and be fresh for the whole season, for the whole playoffs.
I mean, listen. I'm pretty sure there are some teams that do that, like teams that I'm pretty sure, like in football, where teams tank to get that number 1 pick. Anything is possible. to me that wouldn't be smart because like I said, if you're a fighter, a boxer or UFC, you don't want to leave the fight up to the referees because they know you can get screwed easily.
Yeah.
So like what happens if you rest your players and then you make the into you make the tournament and your best player fucking pulls a fucking muscle or fucking something because instead of playing, they've been resting this whole time.
I mean, I hear that, but it's just the end game is one game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I can understand if the play-in tournament was a Series 7 game, but it's winning in.
Yeah. All right, fellas, I'll be right back. I gotta drop off some lights at the studio. I'll be right back.
All
Man.
right. You know, I could
I
see
get
the
it.
Lakers and LeBron doing that.
Yeah,
Just
I get it one and done, but still, I mean, there's basketball, is like like football. It's a team sport. So let's say you're wrestling a whole bunch of players, and then you don't have that chemistry between your top players. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say the
yeah,
players growing up, and LeBron's like, "Yo, you're supposed to be at my two." Anthony Davis that has three. That's a turnover right there. You might not get on the same page. That's all I'm saying. Like again, like I said before, the in-game tournament should be more than just fucking what more money to the players or whatever. It should be a guaranteed spot in the playoffs.
yeah.
Like we covered this when they was first happening. Like yo, I mean, it should be a guaranteed spot. Like give me something to fucking play for. You know, like I'll give Krills one thing: the players nowadays make a lot more money than the
Oh
players
yeah.
back in the '90s.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, still that don't make them better. Sorry. Um, like I said, to me, if I'm winning the in season tournament, then either guarantee me a playoff spot or guarantee me extra fucking lottery fucking picks. Like my name in the lottery for fucking the lottery picks or something. Not just extra money. Because to tell you the truth, look at the Lakers. They had the healthy team for the whole tournament. And then for the rest of the year, they didn't have a healthy team. So you could even say that the in-season tournament hurt the Lakers more than it helped the Lakers.
Or it proved that the Lakers could turn it up, and they're just like, "Yo, fuck it, let's just coast."
But yeah, but that Lakers team was healthy.
I hear you, but the crazy shit about LeBron being on the Lakers, I don't remember one year that LeBron was on the Lakers and the Lakers were in like the top 5 or top 3 fucking teams in the West. They were always struggling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, listen. I hear you on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, but again, when LeBron already came to the Lakers, he was also an older player. Couldn't do all that stuff he used to do with Cleveland and in Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, he was doing it in the in season in the play-in. I mean, the season tournament,
In
whatever
the
the fuck they call
tournament, right? He looked good, but then again, so did Anthony Davis. So did a bunch of other guys on that team. Now they don't look that good.
it. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It's like that. It's like that fighter that comes out in the first round and just throws haymakers to try to win the fight in that first round, but they forget there's a second round and the third round.
yeah, and they
And,
tired now.
right, in UFC or in boxing, might forget there's 10 rounds to this fucking fight. You know, like let's cut the crap. I'm gonna be a little bit cruel. I mean, that's like you fucking trying to bag a bad bitch and you fucking you premature ejaculate. And you
Yeah.
you got there and almost you blew it. You blew it.
Literally.
Literally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm just it's again they to me in the in season tournament the Lakers shot their load early. Like the Golden State, so we saw Golden State struggle all year long. They didn't look good in the tournament. Like come on, let's cut the crap. They didn't look good all year long. So you can say, oh, they've having a bad year. The
Yeah.
Lakers in the in season tournament look like, oh shit, Lakers look unstoppable. Look like not only are they going to win this in season tournament, they might win the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Now they got to play a game just to get into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, they're going to bet at what they're going up against Golden State.
Yeah.
Yeah, Golden State has been bad all year, so yeah, maybe the Lakers can squeak by Golden State. But who they going to play? The number 2 team?
Well, if they beat Golden State, then they gotta play the loser of the Mavericks and the Suns, and then they will go up against the Thunder, which would be the first place team.
Thunder's in first.
Yeah. The Nuggets are in second.
Whoa, OKC has the best record in the West.
Yep. By
Wow.
yeah, because they're 47-20, and the Nuggets are 48-21.
Wow, that's that OKC, right? This is the team that traded away all their
Everyone.
stars.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone.
Like I don't even know who's on OKC right now.
I don't think there are people on. I think OKC might be AI. Artificial intelligence. Shai, Jalinis Alexander, Josh Giddey, Lugitz, yeah, I don't know. Jalen Williams, Bismack Biyombo.
Joseph, some guy can name Chet Holmgren. Hey, listen, maybe they have Joseph. All I know is the guy you just mentioned, I ain't never heard of.
He's a center forward. He's averaging 16 points a game. Yeah, I mean,
see what Cruz what Cruz fails to realize is if you look at who won it last year, they were playing like a 90s team. The Denver Nuggets were playing like a 90s team. And they waxed everybody all year long. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you have to look up who's on OKC tells you they're playing as a team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm trying to trail Krills. Back in the 90s, they played as a team. The 2000s or the new generation is all about, being that star fucking player. Again, look at the 90s Pistons. You're talking about Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman. That was their starting five for a lot of years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They played as a team. Larry Bird had McHale, Parrish, and a couple other guys there. I forget on the starting five. They played as a team. Like I tell, I'm trying to tell Krills. You know what I'm saying? If you play 90s rules, the kids nowadays won't be able to know what it is to play defense because they don't. Have you ever seen a swarming defense now in the days?
No,
Have you
not
ever
really.
exactly? Have you ever seen like the way the Knicks, the Miami Heat, even the Pacers, even the when you like used to play defense in the '90s, you don't see that nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, the closest we had to a '90s team in LeBron's era was the Spurs.
Right. And I can't even say that because most of that team was from the '90s.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What year did Duncan get drafted?
Shit, it had to been the '90s.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Ginobili came in what? Probably in the late '90s.
'97,
Right.
Duncan was drafted.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And Pops teaches them to play as a team. You know what I'm saying? Chris is like, oh, we're younger, yeah, but you're more individualized. Oh shit! Joe says less than 3 minutes left. The Bucks are trying to make a comeback.
2002, Manu Ginobili was drafted.
He was drafted, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, but when you look at Ginobili, he don't play like nowadays. He played like a '90 player, playing defense, timely, threes, but whatever. But again, just going back to this whole, in play tournament shit. Like, truthfully, if you were if I'm the number 7 seed, I would be pretty much offended that I would have to play in this tournament.
Yeah, but I mean, you get two chances because the 7 and 8 place play. If they win, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, they get another chance against 9 and 10. So I mean,
Well, let's say 9 and 10 play, right? Is that how it is? 9 and
yeah,
10 play and 7
9
and
and
8 play.
yeah, 9 and 10 play. If you lose, you're out. 7 and 8 play. If you lose, you play the winner of 9 and 10. If you
Okay.
win, you go and place the second ranked team in the playoffs.
Right.
Yeah. And then the winner of 9 and 10 and 7 and 8 play the number 1 team in the playoffs.
I mean, if it's like that, then yeah, I'd fucking just try to coast and just make it in between, anywhere between 8 and 10, basically.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like, this could be an advantage for LeBron, because everyone, they're saying LeBron's getting older, but we see him doing athletic shit. But they sat him down a couple of times, and when he was on the Cavs, when he was on the Heat, to rest him. Now, if he doesn't have to play as hard as many games and they're losing, and if he's like, let's say he's more trying to figure out who he can depend on his team throughout the regular season, all we gotta do is make it into the end game and then just turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't win extra points for being the first place team win the championship. It's not like they go, oh, if you're the first place team in the Western or the Eastern Conference and you win the finals, you get an extra trophy. It's not like you get your diploma with the perfect attendance record. You know what I'm saying?
You get home field the advantage. So that plays a little bit into it.
Yeah, I hear you, but is it worth? Because now, especially with Anthony Davis getting hurt all the time, wouldn't you want him more? Like, wouldn't you rather go, you know what, I'll play 1 or 2 more games extra to get into the playoffs, but at least have him in the playoffs and play as hard as we can to be number 1 team, and now he's hurt?
I mean, listen, I guess, but like, I can see you saying something like that with like the Warriors, but like somebody like the Lakers, I mean, Anthony Davis, I just be afraid that he walk on the court and he break an ankle.
I hear you.
I'm just, had you used any other player, I would be like, yeah, I understand that, but Mr. Glass, I don't know about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I guess he would be the bad example.
Yeah, but with the Golden State Warriors also having difficulties and Draymond Green finding ways to get suspended and shit like that.
Right. Well, you
You know,
have Curry trying to do it all because Damon Green is making everything possible to fucking be stupid. Clay Thomas is goddamn. He's a shell of his former self.
yeah,
There is no AI coming off the bench, and that's Andres Iguodala for you people, not Allen Iverson. Like they really don't have nobody coming off the bench anymore.
yeah,
Like I was saying this when me and Cruz were at the studio. Mark Jackson put that team together.
yeah.
I'm talking about the Warriors,
Yep.
and now that he's no longer there, helping to do the drafting and stuff like that, you seeing how that team is starting to break down.
Yeah, because they're taking trades to just bolster up shit, and then because they have these fucking contracts for Clay and Draymond and Steph,
Well,
and
start
1 year
bas-
contracts for these stars, they don't really.
I mean, well, basketball really doesn't have a salary cap, so it's not really the contracts, but like they're doing stupid shit like Joseph said, signing Chris Paul, who's over the hill. I was a big Chris Paul fan, but he need to hang it up. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Look at their drafting. Like who are they drafting nowadays?
yeah, I mean, in theory, I think basketball should be played almost like fucking hockey. You know what I'm saying? Like you have two lineups. Like in hockey, it's like you have your A line gets out and your B line, but then you change the way the game's played. So think
Right,
about it. Chris Paul comes off the bench, and now you move Steph Curry to shooting guard, and it's a completely different game now.
right.
But I don't know what's going on. The people can't coexist and whatever, because when Chris Paul and Russell Westbrook were a team, they couldn't do it. When James Harden was with him, couldn't do it. For some reason, like no
Well,
one adapts to the new style.
here's the thing. Chris Paul is a throwback kind of point guard. Curry needs the ball to facilitate. Westbrook needs the ball to facilitate, and Harden needs the ball to facilitate. Like I know they have Curry trying to run around through screens and stuff like that, but that's not really his game. His game is having the ball in his hand. Let him create. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Same thing with Westbrook, and same thing with Harden. That's why I mention Reggie Miller. Reggie Miller in the '90s never fucking dribbled the fucking ball. Basically, he ran to 13 fucking screens and then caught the ball and fucking shot it.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, there was rare instances where you saw Reggie Miller dribbling the ball. You know what I'm
I
saying?
hear you. Yeah.
So to me, Chris Paul is old school. Like, if you put Chris Paul on a team where the shooting guard, you know, doesn't really need to ball to fucking, like, you know what? Chris Paul would probably look real good on the Nuggets.
With
My man Joker. Think
who's
about
that?
that.
Not yeah. I mean, you get a big and a point guard.
Right. Chris Paul wouldn't work with Luca. Luca needs the ball. That's why I tell people that's why sometimes Luca and Kyrie bump heads.
Yeah, I mean, listen. Last year they were in fourth place before they got Kyrie, and then they dropped out of the playoffs. Now they're
Out of,
in the
out of the
play.
playoffs. Right. And now they're in the in game. They have to win their game. They have to win themselves into the fucking tournament. Kyrie and Luka are not a good match because Kyrie needs the ball in his hands all the time, and Luka needs the balls in his hands all the time. So if you have two players like that, you need to have two different lineups, like you say. It's
Yeah.
not going to work if they're on the court at the same time.
Yeah, and they got to learn how to play together. Because the one thing, like everybody's saying, Jordan was a ball hog and Kobe was a ball hog and all that, but when he played with stars with Shaq or with Pippen and with Gasol, you know what I'm saying? Like they made it work. You know what I'm saying? And
My bad. Joseph saying that the Bucks are down 2, but less than 40 seconds to go in that game. Wow,
yeah,
they came back.
I'm at a minute and 20 seconds right now. But you know, here's one thing that I'm noticing, right? The Bucks were down by it was 107 to 111. And Damian Lillard takes a quick 3, misses, and then the Celtics slow down the ball, and Tatum goes in for a layup, scores. So for me right now, it's 109 to 116. And this is where I'm saying, yeah, Damian Lillard could hit those threes, but in a time like this, you have to take those high percentage shots. This is where you would have to try to get the ball from the Celtics, and you got to take those high percentage shots. You know what I'm saying?
Again, the players in the 90s, I think, were smarter. And the players in the 90s would change their game up to fit the teams they were on.
Yeah.
People forget Dennis Rodman on the Pistons
So
had
good.
a beautiful 10 to 15-foot jump shot. He came to the Bulls. Phil Jackson basically told him, I don't need you to shoot. I just need you to grab rebounds.
Yeah.
People forget on the Pistons, Rodman averaged 15 and 10. 15 points, 10 rebounds. And those 15 points weren't putbacks. They were actual jump shots. And like you even saw it on his run with the Bulls. Like every time he hit a jump shot, people would be surprised. And I'm like, don't be surprised. He used to hit those times all the times with Detroit.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I think. I think the kids nowadays don't know how to coexist. Wouldn't know how to change their game up. Again, look at Luke and Kyrie. On any team, you telling me those two shouldn't be able to work together?
They should not for nothing, bro. Like, if I'm one of the rising stars and you the best player in the game, we're gonna figure it out. Because even in the Dream Team, they figured out how to play together, and they did that by playing against each other. They said, "All right, let's see who the man is right now." And then you like Magic and Bird was like, "Yo, Jordan's the guy. We're gonna be on him." You know what I'm saying?
Krill said he watched clips of fucking Larry Bird, and he's like, "Oh, I don't see this and I don't see that." Yo, my man, the guy literally used to fuck with people's heads and tell them, "Yo, Larry Bird is notorious for telling players that were guarding him where he was going to take the ball and where he's going to shoot the jump shot, and tell them try to stop me."
But you know it's crazy though. Like if you watch a highlight reel of James Harden, he plays Olay defense.
Right. If you watch Larry Bird is playing defense. 6'9" white boy playing defense.
Because if you were the star of the team, you was the one that was control. You was offense, defense. We depend on you to shut everyone down. You know, you was the guy that we wanted to shut everyone down. Right now, for me, it's 20 seconds left. It's 114 to 118. Boston's winning.
Says, "Oh shit, my bad for spoiling."
This ain't movies or wrestling. You can spoil it because I still got to see how they do it. But
again, this is why I say that Krill's argument is null and void. You have too many people on, like, all right, I'll give you a good point. Look at the Boston when they had their big three. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Garnett, Paul, and I think Allen.
Yeah.
Garnett on
and
the
and
Wolves.
run.
Garnett on the Wolves was the man. Paul was already on the Celtics. That was the man. You know what I'm saying? And Ray Allen on the Bucks, he was the man. You know what I'm saying? Garnett and Ray changed their game to fit in with Paul. You don't
'Cause it's
see that
about winning.
nowadays.
Yeah, it's about winning.
You know what I'm saying? And another thing, like Grill says a lot of stuff, but the teams, the kids nowadays don't have that killer mentality.
It doesn't seem like there's usually on a team. There's one player that goes, "Give me the ball."
Right.
Remember with the replacements with the Keanu Reeves,
Who wants the ball? Yeah.
winners want the ball. Yeah, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
But
So
but
it,
if you
it like
but if you look at it, and I don't even mean to cut you off. If you look at it, it's not always about like I want the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's the yo, we got a team on the ropes, or I'm not here to be your friend. Man, that's what I mean with that killer mentality. Kobe be to people like, yo, yeah, I'm cool with people, but once I'm on that court, I got no friends. No, you're not my friend on the other team. Like
yeah,
did you see the back and forth between him and Allen Iverson on the court?
yep,
But off the court, what were they doing? They was cool as shit.
yeah,
Bro, I tell people straight out, Jordan Barkley, who are, and a couple other players used to spend the offseason golfing and smoking cigars. I will give
yeah.
Krills this: the kids nowadays take care of their bodies a lot better. A lot better. I'll give them that. They do. They take care of their care. They take care of their bodies a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But I would still fucking take Barkley in his out of no shape ass over one of the kids nowadays, just because I know what's there. You know what I'm saying? There's a drive to win. Forget a drive to fucking score. You know, be the all-time leading scorer, whatever. No, I want to fucking win.
Yeah.
And nowadays, I think the players are too involved with, making their image and making a brand instead of winning.
Well, do you think that there's a shift in that now with where you got the Oklahoma City Thunder young guys, their first place team, the Nuggets came out of nowhere, they're winning the champ, like all the stars now basically aren't really doing nothing.
But look, if you look at the Nuggets, who you got? My man Jokic, right?
Yeah.
Jokic or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Will you think he's a superstar?
People are saying that he was.
Right. What did he do after they won? Oh, you got a parade. And he goes, a parade? Now I'm gonna go fucking home. He goes, my
Yeah.
job is done. I won. That was my job. My job was to win. I'm a winner. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you look at that Nuggets team, yeah, he was the focal point, but they play like a team. They
Well,
score like a they
yeah.
score like a team. They play like a team. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was averaging fucking 40 points a game and 20 rebounds and everybody else was being a burger. They know
Yeah.
they play as a team. Like Joseph said, the Oklahoma Thunder nowadays, they're playing as a team.
Yo, this 7 seconds left. Milwaukee's down by 4. And you see the Celtics huddled up, figuring out the play, and Damian Lillard and Porter Jr. just sitting on the bench, just like walking around. It's almost like they accepted defeat.
Yeah. Yeah, Joseph said, "Bad damn, Bucks couldn't do it." But that's the whole thing. Yo, my man, in the 90s, again, it hurts me to say this. Because even though he did commit a foul, in that playoff game, Reggie Miller didn't give up against the Knicks.
Yeah. And that was because of fucking this fucking
John
cocksucker talking shit.
Stop Spike Lee.
Yeah. That
But
motherfucker.
Spike Lee used to talk shit to fucking Jordan too. I mean, it is what it is. Even though he pushed John Starks in the back, but we're gonna let that one go. 1993 referees, fuck yeah. No, but I still hold to my point. If you put 90s rules nowadays, these kids won't know what to do.
for
They,
a little while, I think they'll adapt.
no, but they're too used to having that free loosey goosey run up and down the court game. Teams in the
You know,
90s be like the teams in the 90s be like, yo, nah. We ain't gonna play that shit.
I
We
think
gonna
that they're too concerned about how they look. Like the fucking Damian Lillard hit a three last 2.2 seconds, but it was 119 to 122. I think he just did that to get just a shooter. But like they talk about social media and all these people and everybody's talking shit and all that. People talk shit back in the day too. Everybody had an opinion about some shit back in the day.
right.
Like
I get what people say is like, oh, nowadays it's all on social media, yada yada yada. I'm like, yo, my man, I get that, but there's a lot of famous people that don't have social media.
yo, there's what 6 billion people in the world. 5 of them follow me. I don't know what anybody's saying.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
can be talking shit about me all they want. I don't know what is going on. I
Right.
don't read.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, I know a lot of people saying, oh, nowadays, with social media this, social media that. Bro, there's a couple of people that don't have social media.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm talking about famous actors, athletes who are like, yo, I don't waste my time with that shit.
Oh yeah, and they shouldn't, to be honest with you.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I laugh when every time I hear that fucking Kevin Durant fucking use a burner account to talk some shit, and I'm like, yo, that's why he wouldn't. My man in the 90s, he just on somebody getting to his head, he'd get eaten alive. Yeah, they
Shit.
would talk so much trash to him. He would be afraid to take a jump shot.
Yeah, there'd be a beer bottle thrown at his ass. But
No,
yo,
not even that. The amount of shit that the player he's guarding would talk shit to him, knowing that if you get him rattled enough that he doesn't play that good. Oh my
yeah,
god, the amount of bullshit that they would be talking. And look, and KD's not KG's. I'm saying, but just look at Westbrook. Like you see that incident that happened with KD a while back with the fans. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, there was a back and forth, Back in the 90s, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason would have made, suck my dick, nigga, and walked away.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook talking to tell somebody to get ejected because they're talking smack. I'm like, yo, my man, I sat in some in the garden, in the 90s. And if you heard the amount of shit that was being said to the other team, like, bro, I'm sorry, that kind of fucking verbiage, these kids nowadays, they're too soft. I'm sorry. They're just too soft mentally. And and I keep trying to tell Krills, if you attack somebody mentally, that physical ain't gonna do much shit.
Yeah.
All right, now let's move away from basketball. Baseball, Sonny. Baseball's coming, baby.
Yo, I mean, I wanted to ask you about the free agents that are still around for the
Oh, in
NFL.
football? Oh yeah, what's
Yeah.
up? What you got?
Well, Odell Beckham Jr. is still a free agent. He
Oh. Odell Beckham Jr. is a shadow of his former self. If I was him, first of all, Odell, if you listen to me, how do you break up with that beautiful fucking woman that had your kid to go fucking be with a fucking woman that has more tire changes than a fucking 1990 Honda Civic?
Wait, who did he leave?
He left. She was on Wildin' Out. Her Instagram is like Lolo or something like that. I'm gonna send you her fucking Instagram. And she's a fucking dime piece. And he leaves her for Kim Kardashian. Even you can even Google Odell Beckham's baby mom, and she'll probably come out. She is bad.
Lauren Wood.
Yeah, yo, she is bad. She was a wild and out girl and everything. Yo, she's bad. And he fumbled that to go fucking to be with Kim Kardashian. Ugh.
No wonder he can't play no more.
Well, listen, you got to remember, and I tell people I'm very serious about this. The Kardashians have a curse when it comes to pro athletes.
Yeah, they try to kill him.
All right, look. Reggie Bush dated Kim, fucking blew out his knee. Chris Humphries, Annette, married Kim. After marrying her, ain't nobody heard from that motherfucker ever
Where he
again.
signed the biggest contract he ever signed, and no one ever heard from this nigga again.
Lamar Odom left the hood and got off fucking crack. Got with fucking the big bitch of the group and got back on crack.
Oh yeah, they try to kill him.
Yeah. Fucking Bruce Jenner was an Olympic athlete. Fuck that button so much in the head. He's a fucking whatever he is right now. I don't even know what he is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he still got a penis, so I don't know what the fuck he is.
I mean, she is hot.
Who's hot?
Lola Wood.
OBJ's wife? Yo, hell yeah.
Look at Kanye, my man, one of the top selling artists, and now he turned crazy.
Yeah, well, you know, that's also because his mama passed away, and she was the only one that kept him on his meds.
Apparently, he should.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, OBJ. I'm sorry, man. You traded way down in the wifey department. I'm sorry, but you know, he had too many injuries back to back to back. He's not the same. He was a player that depended on his explosiveness and his and quickness in small areas to get even more open and stuff like that. And you can clearly see he don't have it no more. No, he's more of a possession receiver now than anything. To tell you the truth, he went to Baltimore. Lamar, Lamar is a great player and he's a good quarterback. You know, you win the MVP twice, but I don't think he trusted LBJ. So I don't think there was a lot of throws going OBJ's way. Yeah. I don't get that one, Joseph. I don't know. I don't get Chase Young signing with the Saints. I really don't. I guess it was a 1-year deal too. So I think that's the only. I think it was a 1-year deal, and I think that was the only team that was giving him more than fucking $10 million or something like that. I think it was like a 1-year, $13 million deal, something like that. Nobody else wanted to give him. Now, mind you, this is a guy who won Rookie of the Year, the defensive Rookie of the Year, and then got hurt his ACL and then just went to shit. So it's crazy. Mike Williams signed. I know the Chargers dropped him, but he signed with a team. I
Who?
mean, there's still a lot of players left. I know the Giants need a safety. There's a couple of safeties out there. Y'all must better wake the fuck up. Oh boy, we don't have any more money because we decided to give a guy 150 fucking $1,000,000. Oh, that's right. We let fucking Barkley walk to fucking because we signed Daniel Jones last year. Ah, motherfuckers. Joseph, if that's true, I didn't know that. I didn't know he had the same kind of neck injury and surgery that Peyton Manning had. Yeah, I mean Peyton was different because he was a quarterback, so he didn't need to. He wasn't really hit that often. Chase Young is always banging helmets with somebody. Yeah, I mean that'd be kind of scary if I was him. But you see, I mean most of the top tier players are gone. What's left is pretty much the second tier players who can be good, like the average, like borderline starters and on teams. Yeah, they signed Mike Williams. They just signed Mike Williams, your boy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Jets were the team that signed Mike Williams.
Okay. Okay. And they also got Tyron Smith.
Yes, the left tackle from Dallas. Yeah. Yeah, I think Dallas is going to be hurt next year because a lot of that offensive line is gone. No Tony Pollard. So they didn't pick up any running backs during free agency.
Well, don't we have like 4 or 5 running backs?
You guys do, but not the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah. I don't. Well, I don't think the Cowboys plan on running it anymore because of how much they paid. What's the name for?
Yeah, but remember, Smith was their left tackle. The was it Leroy Collins was their right tackle about 2 years ago. Like the only player and their center signed with somebody else. They let their center go. So like the only guy that's there are their guards, which is Sack Martin, but he's been hurt the last couple of years, and then somebody else. So that offensive line is gonna need some help. Well, we know they drafted a tackle from Tucson last year, but he had a lot of holding penalties. Yeah, that offensive line for the Cowboys is gonna probably be some issue. And I hope that with Kelsey gone, that offensive line in Philly goes to shit too.
So what if the Patriots trade for the number 1 pick and get Khalid instead?
Why you always keep calling him Khalid?
Because that's what his mama call him. That's what I'm gonna call him. What is it? Caleb?
Caleb. Yeah.
Shit. I got an accent, Hoach. I'm from the Bronx.
Yo, Puerto Rican from the Bronx. I got you.
Word. Khalid.
But Joseph, I don't think that's happening because they traded away Justin Fields. Now, had they still had Justin Fields, I can see that happening. But like I've said before in this podcast, I don't trust Caleb Williams. See you now. You got Joseph calling Khalid. No, I truthfully, I don't think he's mentally strong. I think the fucking the NFL is going to be a totally different kind of game to him, and I don't think he's going to be able to adapt. Now, I could be wrong, but damn it, I'm going to say if it happens, I called it. Just like Toe called it. Just like Toe called it when he said that Aaron Rodgers wasn't going to play for them.
Yeah, bro, I know women better than women know women. and when he started doing that woman shit, and he signed, and now he ain't signed, and then 2 months later he did sign, but we waiting on them, and then it's the Green Bay Packers fault. I said, wait a minute, nah, there's too much shit going on here. I thought we signed him. So now he ain't playing. This is dodge football, right? We playing dodgeball. If you could dodge a contract, you could dodge a wrench. Like holy shit.
Yeah, man, but yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I hope he doesn't have the Kyler Murray syndrome where he thinks that his talent is good enough that he doesn't need to study. But I've also seen it where, like, I get it. He lost and he went into the crowd and cried, and his mother hugged him. I'm sorry, call me, was a toxic masculinity or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't never gonna see me cry on the field. I go in the locker room, in the shower, I had tears running down my fucking eyes. But out in the you ain't never gonna see that shit,
What you do that? I want to go outside in the rain.
bro. I would let the tears fall in the shower, but to be put on national TV crying on your mother's shoulder because you lost the game.
Yes.
I'm
'Cause, I
sorry.
mean, if you won, I can get it. You know what I'm saying? If you win and you crying because now you just overcome with emotion. You lost. You gotta eat that one. You gotta eat that one.
Bro, you go into the locker room, you punch a wall or something, but you don't go crying on your mother.
Yeah, you blame the Kardashians.
Yeah, I blame them for everything.
Word.
I blame them
Fucking
for
Tuesday morning.
I blame them for fucking Barkley signing with the Eagles. Fuck the
Word.
Kardashians.
Yeah, motherfuckers. They had something to do with it. They like Philly.
Well, they all
They
like
always
black
been,
men.
they've been plotting on New York ever since they got here.
Well, they all like black men,
That's true.
except for the older one. She like white boys.
Which one is the older one? The one that killed Lamar Odom?
Nah, she's the shortest one out of the three, I think.
Oh.
The only way she was dating the drummer from Blink 182. That's all I know. I don't
Okay.
even know her name. But I know
Yeah.
I think she's the oldest one. You guys,
I don't
you
know.
guys, you guys listen to us. If you guys know who I'm talking about, name her,
Yeah.
because I don't fucking name her. I don't know
Yeah.
her name.
The only thing I really know about the Kardashians is that Ray J hit it first.
and Lamar Odom's wife, he had the man hands.
They try to kill Lamar Odom.
That too.
And fucking Kanye.
And they make Kanye crazy.
Word. Yo, so let me ask you a question. You the Pittsburgh Steelers. You got Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. Who are you starting?
Well, you signed Russell Wilson to a 1-year deal for almost nothing. Right? And you traded for Justin Fields, who's still on his rookie contract. He has this year before you can use the 5th-year option. Tell the truth, I'm gonna have a quarterback battle. I'm
Okay.
hoping that Fields wins, and then you can have Russell mentor him.
You think
That's what.
Russell? You
Yeah,
think Russell Westbrook is?
Russell's a pussy. He's too much of a nice guy.
But I mean, you think he's on that on his way out phase?
Well, after he signed that contract with the Steelers, it damn sure looks like that. Dude, he signed for like the veteran league minimum. I mean, granted, the Broncos are
Yeah,
pay
they
him
stole
like
him like 85 million or some shit.
yeah. The Broncos are paying him like 45 million this year. So it's not like
Yeah,
he's not making money.
yeah, he's making money.
But if I'm the Steelers, look, the Steelers didn't give up a lot to get Justin Fields. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Um, so like I don't know how much the fear for your option is, but my whole thing is, did you see enough in his 2 years in his 2 years in Chicago? Because people forget he only played 2 years in Chicago. This is going to be year 3 for him. Yeah, think about
yeah,
that. Think about that. Chicago only gave him 2 years, and Chicago was a bad football team.
yeah. I mean, yo, he turned it up in his rookie season. He was
He
doing
did.
good.
He did his thing last year when they gave him DJ Moore
Because I don't know what's the why is Justin Fields considered so bad
because he couldn't win with the Bears. That's it.
in two
But it,
seasons?
but he had some good wins. Nah, Joseph, I don't think the Bears shine with Caleb. Excuse me, with Khalib.
Yeah,
I don't think they shine with him. They traded for Keenan Allen, and I'm sorry, I like Keenan Allen, but I think he's on his way out. You know what I'm saying? DJ Moore is good. They still don't have a solid running back, and the tight end is good, but that offensive line still needs to be fixed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they drafted a lot of players for the offensive line, but it hasn't worked. So Justin Field up still last year was running for his life. Caleb Williams hasn't experienced that shit in fucking in USC. You know what I'm saying? Remember that first time he gets popped because the offensive line couldn't protect him. What is he gonna do? Fucking start crying on the field?
it might. The way these players are nowadays.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. If he comes out, if he goes to Chicago and does anything great, I'd be surprised. I just don't see it with the mentality. Skill wise, he has it all. The tools he has it all. But my concern would be his mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Talking about I'm the best this and I'm the best that. Like really talking that like down about everybody else but himself. And the last quarterbacks that I saw like that haven't looked too good. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Kyler Murray really hasn't looked that good all the time. He has splashes where he looks good, but no. Jamarcus Russell, I'm sorry, Ryan Leaf thought he was hot shit. I mean, like these are quarterbacks that I see that and then Ryan Leaf went to fucking San Diego. He was drafted by the San Diego Chargers. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like he had a lot of fucking pressure on him. I mean, I get Jamarcus Russell's the Raiders. The Raiders always got pressure on them because they're worldwide. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But Chicago, bro, Chicago is known to eat people up and spit them out.
And they did that to Justin Fields apparently.
You know what? The dude stayed classy. He said, Chicago, thank you and everything. Thank you for the opportunity, whatever. And just left away. Like he was classy with it. Like Chicago did not break Justin Fields, but I think Chicago can probably break Khalib.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going with that. Like I think, like just because like the mentality that he's gonna need to sustain to put up with the shit in Chicago, I don't think he's there. That's
What
just
team do
my.
you think would be better for him? Or he just can't hack it in the NFL?
You know what would have been better for him? Would have been what happened with Mahomes. You come in, you sit behind a veteran like Alex Smith for a year, and you learn, and then you take over. Think about it. Chicago traded him away. It traded Justin Fields away. There's no veteran quarterback in Chicago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the like if you look at Chicago, ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody there to help him like fucking navigate how to being the quarterback. Joseph said RG3 said Khalif should try and take the Eli Manning route and demand a trade with the Bears if they draft him, and should threaten to sit out the season if they do. What y'all think about that? Um, it just goes to show you how bad the situation is in Chicago. First of all, they fucked up the whole Justin Fields shit because they tipped their hands too early. Because when people were calling for the number one pick, they were asking for some outrageous shit. So teams started to say, "Oh, you guys asking for some outrageous fucking shit. You guys definitely don't want to trade the number one pick." And then Justin Fields was like, "Yo, I don't wherever team you trade me, I'm going to deny it." Like the only team that he said that he'll take a trade to was the Steelers. So again, Chicago screwed themselves.
Yeah.
And then for
But why would
RG3 to say something like that tells me the situation in Chicago ain't that good.
well was that now we gotta get rid of the GM and shit like that in Chicago?
Could be. Could be.
Because I'm my ass, just because I'm a spiteful motherfucker, I would fucking draft him and tell him sit out as long as you want. We ain't gonna pay you.
But then you
You
just
be out.
but you just wasted your draft pick.
It's all right. I draft him anyway. It's almost like you don't want to play football. Good, you're not gonna play football for anyone.
Hmm.
That's just me. That's just me being me. Or,
Now
or,
I hear you,
or if
but
I was,
I'm trying to think if there's a rule where he can
or
because
if I
I
was
don't think he was.
Chicago,
Well, here's the thing. I don't think he was a senior, so
uh,
I still think he has some eligibility left. So he can say fuck it. I don't know, but he might be able to say fuck it. I'm gonna go back to college.
yeah, and then what you do is you tank next season, you get the first draft pick again, and then you fucking you're like, we coming for you, Khalid.
I mean,
Fuck
I
around.
guess.
Oh, you know what they could do? They could draft him and trade him to the fucking Bears. Like, you don't want to be in Chicago? Then we're gonna trade you to the Bears. Fuck it.
The Bears is Chicago.
I know. See? There's loopholes around everything.
All right, we're gonna take you from Chicago to Chi-Town. How about that one?
That's it.
There you go.
There you go. You
Chi-Town.
get a deep dish pizza with them. But yeah, I wanted to ask you a question. I know we spoke a little bit about, but the Jaguars signed Mac Jones.
They
Oh,
traded for him. I don't
yeah,
know what the fuck that's about.
that's what I was gonna ask you.
You traded for a guy who looked horrible as a starting quarterback. As a matter of fact, you traded for a guy who was drafted number 9 in the same draft that you took a quarterback number 1 overall. Is the Jaguars losing faith in Trevor Lawrence?
I don't. I wanted to ask you that. I don't know. It doesn't seem like Trevor Lawrence is doing bad. But
you know what? It if I'm looking as a fan, I'm looking at this. I'm going, yo, what the fuck are they doing? As Trevor Lawrence, I'm looking at it as like, oh, y'all don't think y'all going to bring somebody else because y'all don't think I'm good enough?
I guess so. Yo, shit. Yo, if they want, they could have traded Trevor Lawrence for fucking Zach Wilson. We would have took him.
I'm pretty sure you would have.
Shit, you would have took Trevor Lawrence over Danny Dimes, right?
Hell yeah.
Trevor Lawrence is our era's Matthew Stafford, putting up solid numbers, but injury prone.
Has it been injury prone? I haven't really seen him miss a lot of games. I've seen his receivers miss a lot of games. Really missed games last year. Christian Kirk missed games last year. Zay Jones missed games last year.
Yeah. He played in 2021. He played 17 games, 22 17 games, and 23 16 games.
Yeah. He hasn't been injury prone, but his
Yeah.
wide receivers has, and then he has, Evan Ingram as his fucking tight end, who Mister. I'm not gonna catch the ball, but I'll pop it in the air for they can intercept it. Evan Ingram.
The good old fashioned look. Don't hit me.
Right. Oh, I'm gonna pop it up in the air. That way I don't get hit. You know what I'm saying? The running back, I like the running back, but he's not a guy that I think you can give the rock to 20 to 25 times a game, but they really have nobody behind him. Again, his rookie year was with a bad coach.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the coach from Ohio State that got caught grabbing somebody's ass in his barn.
The stripper.
Yeah. It's crazy because I mean this is year 4, right, for these guys.
Yeah, we're going into year 4. Yeah.
To me, he hasn't looked horrible, but again, he's in the AFC where I think the team's a little bit more competitive.
He's injury prone, but instead of sitting out, he'll play through the injury. Which sitting out, he'll play through the pain, which hurt them later in the year. Remember last season they started off hot and ended up not making the playoffs.
Right, but here's the thing: you can't put that on him, Joseph. You got to put that on the head coach. Head coach got to say, "Yo, you have to sit down for a couple of games." That's what they pay him to do. They pay the head coach to coach the players. So if you know that your quarterback is hurt and needs to sit down at least a game or two, then the head coach should be saying, "Yo, take a fucking seat." And if you think that by bringing in Mac Jones, you can now tell Trevor Lawrence to take a seat, Mac Jones has looked horrible as a quarterback.
But do you think that's the best move they can make now?
No, because you have two players on the same time kind of contract, right?
Yeah.
So if you're going into year 4, they have to what do they have to do? They have to say where they're going to pick up your 5th-year option. I know they did it for Trevor Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? I know it wasn't done for Mac Jones. But now let's say you pick up Trevor Lawrence 5th-year option. He gets hurt. right? And now you got to sign Mac Jones to a contract because when Trevor Lawrence was hurt, he played good. You really gonna have two quarterbacks on your team when you're paying them over $20 million a year?
Nah, that seems wasteful.
Exactly.
Unless you're gonna run a 2 quarterback system, you're gonna do some Geno Smith. I mean, not Geno. Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow shit.
How'd that work out?
Yo, the first game we did it, we blew out the Bills, and then we never did it again.
Right.
I believed in Tebow. I would rather have Tebow than fucking Mark Sanchez.
But Joseph, that's the whole thing. I think they've already expressed uh the option for Trevor Lawrence, right? Mac Jones got traded now, so I don't know if they even have the options to do that. So, because I know the Patriots didn't pick up the 5th-year option, then no, nobody, then the Jags don't have that. All I'm saying is, Mac Jones has not looked good as an NFL quarterback. Why are you and why would you not try to sign a veteran to come in and help, Lawrence? Like if I was the Jags, I would have signed like somebody like a Tyron Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who I know he's not a starter. He's not a great starter, but he can do a start here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe help Lawrence find what he's missing. You just basically you traded for a guy who's even more lost than Trevor Lawrence.
You think maybe that they were gonna use it for like training camp and the beginning of the season to like light a fire under Trevor Lawrence to compete?
Maybe.
Because I mean that could backfire.
Absolutely.
Because
Look,
Mac Jones can win that.
What
And
more? Look
then
what happened in Philadelphia with Carson Wentz when Philly drafted Jalen Hurts. Carson Wentz got butt hurt.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So now, what happens if I think Trevor Lawrence doesn't strike me as that guy that would get butt hurt because they traded for Mac Jones. I think he's like the guy that be like, all right, man, like whatever.
you got this burger coming up in this motherfucker.
I would have been like, all right, man, you just wasted draft picks that could have been used to help me.
Word.
I don't know if
Oh,
Jets should have. Nah, Joseph, the Jets already had their backup, Zach Wilson.
well, no, the Jets signed Tyron Taylor.
Did they?
Yeah, we signed them. Let me get the two. All right, we signed a 2-year deal with him worth up to $18 million. And the Raiders signed the fuck
The stash.
Henshaw.
Gardner Minshew.
Yeah, they signed him 2-year deal for $25 million. That includes $15 million fully guaranteed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the Jags are doing with that, man. That can really, really backfire on them if it goes in a different direction.
What the Giants?
No, the Jags.
Oh yeah.
No, with fucking you got the number one draft pick, and then you trade for the guy that was taken number 9 in the same draft.
Yeah, I don't know what's.
And I get it. Everybody thought that Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson was going to be this old world thing, and I keep telling people when teams draft quarterbacks number 1 overall, they don't have good teams around them.
Yeah.
They just don't. So now You have to have Trevor Lawrence go through rookie bumps with a bad team. You know what I'm saying? And then the last 2 years, who's to say that they've had a good team around them? Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. You know, like who knows? Like again, my philosophy with building a team is you get the offensive line, you get the precision players, and you get the defense, which you can do at the same time, offensive defense, and then you get the quarterback. Once you have everything in place, you get the quarterback. That's the cherry on top. That's the way the Chiefs did it. The Chiefs were in the playoffs the year before they drafted Pat Mahomes. They traded up to draft Pat Mahomes, and then they had him sit a year behind Alex Smith. The only game he played was the last game of the year, and that's because the Chiefs already were already in the playoffs. So and it didn't matter if they won or lost; they weren't going to lose their position in the playoffs.
Yeah. Joseph says, as long as they lose with both of the QBs, yo, the Jaguars are my second team. The Jets and the Jaguars are my team. Because the NFL blitz, man. I was unstoppable with the Jaguars.
Wow. Damn. You're talking about Mark Brunell.
Yeah, man.
Fucking Jimmy Smiths. Wow. All right.
Every team I like.
MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew.
Every team I like, no, everybody hates them or they suck.
I don't know about that. You have a lot of Jets fans, bro. You have a lot of Jets fans that still believe. I don't know how y'all still believe, bro.
Yo, we're only
more power to you guys.
Yo, because we know as Jets fans, all we need to do is change our owner, our GM, the guy who buys the balls, everything that has to do with our office. With the office, we change that, and you get a quarterback, and we're good.
Well, you definitely need to change the owner. That guy Willie Johnson's a fucking idiot.
Because I don't know how you let fucking Mark Sanchez be the quarterback for that long. Like, he had to run up somebody's ass to get kicked out.
Bro, you know that he's the reason why the MetLife doesn't have a roof and why they use that bullshit fucking grass.
Who, Mark Sanchez?
No, Woody Johnson, the Giants owner. Remember, the Jets and the Giants went halves on the fucking stadium, on MetLife.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Giants owners wanted to put a roof on it. He didn't.
Yeah, and when we watched that, me and Krills went to a preseason game. It was the Eagles versus the Jets. It rained like crazy, and you could see the waves in the field. You could see the distortion from the water in the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, so your Jets, the Jets owner is the reason why MetLife doesn't have a roof and why they're using that horrible fucking turf.
And why Shaquan Barkley and fucking
Yeah, and he's also the reason why Saquon's no longer on the Giants.
Yep. Well, that's why they hurt themselves, because of the fucking grass.
Yeah, man. It's not even grass, bro. It's like fucking kind of carpet kind of thing.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's horrible.
Isn't there a grass that they made that everybody likes? They were practicing.
Yeah. There was. Listen, I don't understand why they can't use the same grass, and it pains me to say this, or the same turf that they use in fucking Dallas.
That's the one that everybody wants, right? Because that's supposed to be like better than regular grass and safer and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because fucking probably Dallas was like, nah, if we ain't winning the Super Bowl, y'all ain't getting my grass.
Ass, cash, or grass, nobody rides for free.
The only time we'll see real grass in the MetLife will be during the World Cup game in 2 years, I think.
Bro, the only time we're gonna see real grass in the MetLife is all the doobies that are being sparked up.
Word.
Eat a dick, Krills. Eat a dick. All right. I told you before, he's dead to me.
Shit. Yeah, I mean,
But real quick,
I wasn't even that bad. I wasn't that mad when Revis decided to go with the Patriots. Because in my head, I was like, you know what? Get yourself a championship, bro.
I hear you.
Revis
And
did
that's
all he could for us.
that I hear you, and that's all and dandy for you. But I'm a big Barkley fan,
Nah,
but
yeah.
I can't root for him no more.
Why?
So to me, he's dead.
He's a good guy.
I'm not saying he's a good guy or a bad guy, so I can't root for him. Sorry, it's not happening. It's
Damn.
not gonna happen.
No, I'm just saying.
To me, he's number 26 on Philly. That's it.
Damn. You know he heard you, right?
Good. Let him hear me. I mean, he has $26 million. $26 million to fucking be like, all right, whatever, nigga.
Somebody's down in the game. Golden State, Memphis. Somebody's on the floor.
Somebody died.
I think that Joseph, you watching this shit? Who just got his ass kicked on the fucking? I think it's Grizzlies. That you see, fucking Draymond Green walking in the back. I don't know if he got ejected or he just said, "Fuck it, I take it too long. I gotta take a piss." Or
He
something.
probably kicked somebody in the balls again.
He's like, "Yo, we coming back, baby. Nut check." Nut
he
check.
ran, he ran up to the guy and said, "Yo, what was the game? Oh,
Oh,
what's the capital? Bangkok or whatever? Oh
yeah.
no,
No,
what's Thailand?
what's the capital of Thailand?
Yeah,
Bangkok.
Bangkok."
Shit.
On that note,
But Krills, let's get your opinion. I don't know if you was watching or you heard the Jaguars signed Mac Jones.
What they traded for him?
They traded for him.
Right.
What you think the purpose of that was?
maybe to spark something up, Trevor Lawrence's ass. You know, put the fire up on him. Like, yo, look, man. If you don't produce how we expect you to produce, we got a guy. We got a guy ready. And same thing for Russell Wilson with Justin Fields. I think Russell's there just to groom him. Which is why I'm
What?
excited. I got Kenny Pickett because now that puts fire under Jalen Hurts' ass. Like, yo, if you don't produce, we got a guy.
Word.
So
They could be like, you get us to the playoffs, and then we'll put Pickett in there to win the Super Bowl.
yeah, take us to the Super Bowl and then we'll bench you. I'm down for that. Tush push.
Yo,
All right, if you think so,
We're not making playoffs.
even with Saquon?
Oh, I'm making playoffs. Hochi's not making playoffs.
Oh, not with Daniel Jones.
Mm-mm.
I know we're not making playoffs.
That sucks. They just got Mike Williams. That's pretty good.
I don't know if that's pretty
Yeah.
good. If he stays healthy, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yo,
that's what I'm saying.
am I bugging? Was he one of my wide receivers during
Yes.
the 1 year that I played
Yep.
fantasy? And they never threw him the fucking ball?
Nope.
And
Well,
I was because I
not that
remember
season.
being on Monday Night Raw going, "You racist motherfucker, just passing to Mike when he's open." I remember this. I saw this and I was like, "Wait a minute, I'm starting to get tight. I'm starting to see the name and the energy starting to build up again. Like, why am I so like wild up right now? Oh, it's because they didn't pass him the ball. Well, let's hope that whoever fucking quarterbacks for the Jets,
Yeah.
is fucking
good. Oh, you want
real quick. I got two questions. What does Daniel Jones have to do for you, Hodge, for you to start liking him? What does Hurts got to do for you, Krills, for you to start liking him? And do you think Zach Wilson's going anywhere?
All right, I'll real quick. Get off my fucking team.
There's nothing he can do as a Giant.
Get off my team.
That's it. And you
Walk into the sunset. Never to be seen again.
go to the Cowboys.
Oh, that would be fucking great.
Damn. All right. So,
What was the Zach Wilson question?
do you think any other team is gonna take him? Because I know he's looking for trades.
Somebody would take a chance on his arm.
This season?
Nah, probably when his contract is over and he can sign anywhere. Nah, I don't think it's Kenny Pickett's time to shine. He looking like Brucey right about now.
Okay, yo, real quick. So Draymond Green and the Memphis player got into it. Memphis player pushed Draymond. He fell back onto one of the coaches, I think, of Memphis, and he was still on the ground. That was the incident.
Joseph said it was a trainer.
No, it was a trainer. Then
Oh, it's not important.
yeah, you don't get it suspended for hitting trainers.
Well, but if the guy pushed Draymond onto the trainer, right? The guy that pushed Draymond,
it was
takes out
like,
trainers.
they
didn't do that in the 90s.
Yeah, he pushed him, and the other guy pulled Draymond back, and they tripped over each other's feet. And then the trainer fell like face first into the ground.
Draymond flopped just to hit the trainer in the face. I know he's slick, bro. I'll fuck with Draymond now. That nigga's crazy.
Nah, Joseph, I don't think he goes to the UFL. I think Zach Wilson's contract is gonna expire with the Jets, and he's gonna go sign somewhere else. Somebody's gonna take a chance on him.
Yeah, I would tell you this. When we saw him play in the preseason game, Grills, I liked Zach Wilson because he had a cannon. I honestly think the quarterback coach and whoever fucking runs the Jets
did them dirty
with their players do not give these players the best opportunity to be the best versions of themselves. The minute we got Aaron Rodgers, everything turned to this is what we're gonna do for Aaron Rodgers. And then when Aaron Rodgers decided he didn't want to play no more, they said, fuck it, just take Aaron Rodgers' playbook and play like Aaron Rodgers to Zach Wilson. And he couldn't do it, so they said, fuck it, just throw the ball to 61. Hike, throw the ball to 61. It didn't matter if he was wide open or not. Just throw the fucking ball there. I don't like Zach Wilson because he hasn't learned anything, but it's not like the Jets said, we're going to teach you. They did the same shit for Mark Sanchez. We had the best team around for Mark Sanchez, and no development happened with him. Geno Smith got better when he went to the fucking Seahawks. Fucking Chad Pennington hurt his fucking shoulder. Like we didn't develop any of these fucking quarterbacks. Brett Favre was worse. He was the worst quarterback in the league when he was on the fucking Jets, and then he almost wins the fucking championship with the fucking Vikings the year after. Come on.
Must be that Jersey water.
Probably. Shit. All I know is whoever the fuck is training them, we gotta change the fucking training field. We gotta, like, whoever we hired to build the building or paint the fucking walls or whatever, fire them. We need a whole new, like, we need the shit tented and everybody that's in the organization gone. The staple supply guy, we need a new one. Like a different delivery person. I'm talking about that kind of. We need that kind of fucking level of infiltration to fucking change. You know what I'm saying? We don't have a winning culture. We're gonna play tough culture until our quarterback can't fucking play no more, and then the defense is on the field 90% of the game. The defense gets tired.
That is true.
Our defense is not the fucking Showtime Lakers. Motherfuckers. Aaron Rodgers has the balls to sit on his ass after the fourth play and tell me he's hurt. That motherfucker ain't hurt. I knew it. He wasn't hurt. And we all knew he wasn't hurt. The minute he said 3 games later, I'm coming back. Where? To watch? Bullshit. Special herbs, my ass. You know what herb you smoking? The ganja, because you thought you fucking hit your Achilles. You know what happened? You had a figure of Achilles that broke while you was playing. That's the only Achilles that fucking broke.
They said he stepped on a Cheeto on the field. That's what happened.
Yeah, motherfucker. Get me started with this shit. Who's having a good time out here? But yeah, the UFC is back on Saturday. Rose Namajunas is fighting, and Tafa. Those are the only two people I can tell you that you would probably understand or know. But Rose Namajunas is fighting in the main event. I think she's coming off of a 2-fight losing streak. If I'm not her last fight she lost. Yeah, she's coming off of a 2-fight losing streak.
Right, she lost the belt and then she lost the fight after.
Yes. By split decision and unanimous decision. So let's see how she bounces back from that. It's crazy. Rose Namajunas has very harsh mental issues. You know what I'm saying? Like she'll go in there hype and in the zone, and then the other fight she wouldn't be there mentally. Like she always has to be the one. I'm the best. Like she doesn't know how good of a fighter she is sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird. I don't know where that, like, the longevity of that. I don't know where that comes from. Because I can understand you not being confident in yourself in the beginning of your career, or like when you're facing major challenges. But then when you pull through it, at what point do you turn around and go, "Nah, I'm a bad bitch"? You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right. I mean, but is she the one that had the mental breakdown when McGregor threw the chair at the bus or some shit?
I believe so.
Mm.
Joseph think Rose is gonna take the L on this one. I'm not sure who Ribas is. Amanda Ribas.
I don't know. Not never.
Nah, never,
No.
but yeah, I think let's send me a thing. Was it or maybe a Fern? They were making fun of the card.
Oh yeah, the UFC 301.
Yeah.
That's an entire fucking who?
Yeah, they had like a Muslim guy talking about, like,
Wow.
really, bro.
Yeah, the flyweight champion is fighting the number 10th flyweight in the division. Jose Aldo's fighting. He's coming. I guess he's coming out of retirement in the bantamweight division. And Anthony Smith is fighting some dude that's number 15. These are literally like, yo, these are the only people we got left to fight.
Wow.
This looks like a fight night, not a UFC 301. If I'm going to be completely honest with you. Then UFC 300, Alex Pereira and Jamal Hill, they're fighting for the light heavyweight championship. Zing Wali, the women's strawweight champion, is fighting another Asian chick for the title. And then Max Holloway's fighting Justin Gaethje. Charles Oliveira is fighting some other dude that's number 4. Like that's a packed card. Like, you telling me you couldn't take one of these fights and put it on the main event of 301? But even Yair Papachachich, he's the number 2 light heavyweight in the division, former champion. He's the one that lost to Glover Teixeira. He's on the prelims. Him and Holly Holmes are in the prelims. And Aljamain Sterling is on the prelims, number 2 featherweight.
What?
And, yeah, he's on the prelims of 300.
But 301 has a bunch of burgers.
Yeah, the early prelims, Jessica Andrade. Bobby Green is on the early prelims against Jim Miller. Cody Garbrandt and David Figueroa is on the prelims for the I think they stacked this card up on some. They trying the entire day of fighting. You could have took the prelims and made that 301.
Damn. Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know none of these people.
I'm not surprised because the UFC got so many fighters now that you get lost. Even like their big fighters now are fighters from outside and people that just popped up out of nowhere. Like the UFC became, if you have one good fight, you're a star, and if you have one bad fight, you're on the fucking early prelims. But
Get one.
I mean that's pretty much it.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You got like a fucking an all-star lineup on one game, and then the next game you have you fucking your single A fucking lineup.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Which is weird because there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3 fight nights before UFC 300, and then 1 fight night before 301. And I'm like, this is the best you got for 301?
Wow, that's bad.
But there's not really much. Like, I don't know who most of these people are fighting. Oh, Jermaine Durandamy's fighting again in the women's bantamweight division. You know who Jermaine Durandamy is, right? She was the one who won the inaugural featherweight championship, and then didn't want to fight Cyborg, and basically gave up the title. She also hit Holly Holmes mad late after the bell a couple times.
Okay. So she a dirty rat. Gotcha.
Well, that fight she was, but
I hear
yeah,
someone on me.
on that note, ladies and gentlemen, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace, everybody.
Please.
Hopefully, everybody's still on your 6, Grills.